Yo, Ricky, hey, man. Hey, man, we got bloopers like a motherfucker. Hey. Alright, come on, man. Let's knock this shit out of the box. Alright. This album, okay? Killer Mike's new album, Michael, it has been such a resonating project just to listen to. And I'll tell you why in just a few short ways. If you are new here, my name is Nazea Raji, and I am the mixed media artist behind the Planters Taylor, and I'm so glad to see you. All right, so I've decided, because I listen to music so much, especially during my creative process, I listen to so much. I want to give tribute to the artists that I not live with shit, but that I listen to most, right? That truly do inspire my artwork, that inspire my creativity, that inspire this journey, right? I really want to pay homage to them and just say thank you for your inspiration. And a lot of these artists, yes, they do come from Atlanta. Yes, they all have, most of them have stories of struggle. And so today, my review or my reaction to Killer Mike's new album is just quite simple. I vibe with the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really, really do. Not just because of the Southern Baptist. For me, that's what it was. Okay, the Southern church, like some of the backgrounds, and did you hear every beat of the bass? Listen, if you don't know music from Atlanta, listen, you missing out. But I'm not one of those people that's getting on YouTube to play somebody's music for you. So you're gonna have to go and find it yourself. There's a link in the description so you can go straight to the album, okay? Now, Killer Mike starts the album off with Down by Law. Listen. And with one of another finest from Atlanta, CeeLo. How can does it get any better? Does it get any more seasoned? And through my lifetime, I've learned to just, accept. I've learned to accept that elders are really elders, right? I've learned to accept that if I'm 32 and there are, two or three others in the room and they may be 32 plus, right? Because there are four people, because each one of them are 32 plus, let's say 33 and 33 times 4, that's a hell of a lot longer than I've been here. And so I've learned to trust elders' experience, right? I've learned to trust guidance when it's offered, especially. So this album really, for me, made me settle well with my own intentions, right? And I'm talking about intentions for my own personal being as a mother, as a single mother, right? Raising a black boy. I'm going to be more intentional, right? I'm going to be more intentional so that my son's progress or possibilities in life are larger. All right, so we got Down by Law. Shed Tears. So first you got Down by Law, and then we have Shed Tears. Listen, if you don't know Baptist music, okay? If you don't know any Southern religious music, just play Shed Tears, okay? Because Shed Tears, sis is on there. Lena, girl, we appreciate you. God bless you. We thanks the Lord for you, okay? Lena was singing her ass off. And the choir, bless. Yes, we likes all of that. We can get groovy with that thing. You know what I'm saying? We really like it. Listen, I'm going to give you a little background, okay? When I came across this next song, Run, if I'm not mistaken, it had to be sometime at the end of 2020. And I'm going to tell you it was sometime just simply because I was able to download it and make it my alarm my alarm tone, okay, when it was time to get up in the morning. And for me, run, hey man, we just gotta go. And a lot of times, if we are clear, a lot of times we stay stuck in struggle because it's not so much being lazy, but I'm gonna just, I'm gonna take a rest right now. You know, I can be depressed right now. I can be lax right now. And truth be told, in order to get out of struggle, in order to progress out of lack, you gotta work when you gotta work. Right? You have to practice self-discipline. You have to do what you don't want to do in order to do what you do want to do. That's just the way it works. But so many of us, we don't always develop that discipline. We don't always develop that discipline in the timing that we need to develop it. Right? And even if we do develop it, shit, we might be disciplined in one area. But are we disciplined everywhere? 100%? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, run for me, hey. That is my reminder. No matter how I feel, I got to focus on my goal. And if my goal is to be this well-known, world-renowned artist, I got to keep my eyes on that. Yeah, my physical is going to get tired. Yes, I'm going to get discouraged sometimes. Yes, I might not be motivated. Yes, I might be whatever. Whatever the circumstances may be, I got to keep my eyes on that goal. And when I allow my distractions to take place of my goal or take place of my focus, that's when you mess up, right? So run for me is that reminder, like, hey, man, why would you fail when you can fly? Literally. And you know who gave you that. You know Crit came with that. But anyway, I'm just saying in general, if you can be great, why not just be great? If being great requires you discipline, requires you structure, why not just adapt? Why not just grow? Right? And so I do impart some of these pieces or these concepts in my relationship with my son. Yes, I do. But a lot of times, you might not even see it as such. My son will get tired. And, shit, even when we're tired, we got to work. So, son, if you don't see mama quitting, you don't quit. That's how it might sound rough. It might sound rough to some of you. But, I've looked at some people's review of this album, and some might say it's unflattering. Right? Well, I'm going to ask those same people that say it's unflattering. How is it that the people who are telling you about their experience, how is it unflattering that they tell you the truth about their experience? But you all like to romanticize. You all like to look at this Hollywood version of life. And I'm telling you that this experience, most times for black people or those of African descent, is not necessarily flattering. It's not. It's not nice. It's not sweet. It's not always pleasant. Niggas don't always have enough. You understand what I'm saying? So, flattering. You can say that one's experience is not flattering. Okay, whatever. But what you cannot say when you are acknowledging the experience, right? And acknowledging the result, you gotta look at the consequences that created that result. We live in environments being, I'm not fucking poor in a sense, but I'm great, I'm good, yeah. But I'm still around many people who don't have. Right? I'm still around many people who never had. I'm still around many people who are digging through trash cans to have. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, there are more people around me struggling than there are And I'm not talking about like family and people that, I'm not talking about friends. I'm talking about in my neighborhood, okay? In my neighborhood, you got the people that are well off. You got people that's working on it. And you got people that don't have, that never had, that came from nothing, still in nothing. Okay? And so what I'm explaining to you is just because that person experience does not match your experience, does not make it any less valid, does not have to be flattering, because these situations that we live and thrive in and most times bloom from, they are not flattering. Right? And so what I truly appreciate about this album is that it really gives me a young black male's perspective on life and the things that he might have to do to survive. Right? Listen, I am raising a black boy who will be a black man. In order for me to groom him or even put him in the right places, I must listen to black men. How can I say that I love and admire black men? And I'm asking you that same question. How can you say that you love and admire black men, but when they open their mouth to speak about their truth, you get offended? It's unflattering. It's not becoming. It's unprofessional. And that you are displeased with, even in their success, you shun them. I won't shun them. That couch potato that's laying on your sister's couch, I'm not going to shun him. He is still great. He just don't know it yet. I'm saying that to say I love the album because the album truly gave me insight into a black man's experience. I've never been a black man, clearly. I've never been a black man, but neither was I raised by a black man in my home. Yes, my father was present, but he was not in my home. So a lot of the real that I'm learning, the real man shit that I'm learning is present day. It's present day. 30 something years in, present day. So I love a black man who is able to share his pain. Not just the highlights. I'm giving you the real. And then I'm giving you the success. And this is how you see how that real blooms into success. And the reality is a lot of times people just like to just brush over it. We got to pay more attention to that, man. We got to be more honest with ourselves. And then y'all won't be surprised, We don't live in a fantasy world. Because you don't get it, it's not for you to get. And for those of you who think that this album is any less of grand than it really is, guess what? Sound operates on frequency, right? And so if that album is up here, baby, if these lyrics is up here, baby, you can't be mad when you down here. It's just not for you. It's just not for you. And that's okay. It's okay. This ain't for you either. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But there is space for you to grow. There is space for you to progress. There is space for you to become better. There is space for you to learn more. It is irritating. It's truly irritating when people are condemning somebody's experience. It's not like people out here making up these stories, because I guarantee you, anybody from a struggle, they couldn't have wrote it so good. They couldn't have wrote it so plain and so clear. Anytime you think about a bad idea or you try to talk yourself out of something, you might come up with 99 reasons. Most of the time, them 99 never gonna be right. And so if those 99 reasons that you come up with negative and the negative never happened, how could it be that somebody could write a story so touching, right? So endearing. It's only the creator, only the universe creating that. I went off on a tangent, but Run is my favorite. Listen, I don't like that Run Better Run. I'm going to tell you that right now. Give me the real. Give me the real. Run. Go. I like that. I like that. All right. After that, Enrich is so good, man. And for me, listen, for me, I believe that music is code. Like I told you about that frequency. If you hear, you get it. If you're not, you got space to grow. But I also think that music is code, right? Music is code. Music is delivered in language. Music is delivered in it can be received, right, in many different ways. From the ways the instruments are arranged, from the vocals to whatever. However it's arranged, it is intentional. It is intentional. All right. I think okay, I'm gonna say it like this. Music is code, and if you miss it on any other part, just listen to the hook on Enrich. Just start there. Start there. Listen to the hook, the chorus on Enrich, and I guarantee you're gonna understand what I'm saying. And if you have, and for me, I'm one of those people that has to listen to an album like back to back to back to back to back, and I like it like that. I like it like that. I don't want to listen to you and then go to somebody else. I want to get fully engulfed in what I am feeling here in this moment in this album, and I just ride that shit out just back to back to back to back. You know, and so this entire time I haven't just listened to this album one time. No, if I showed you my Apple Music, if I showed you my title, if I showed you Spotify, if I showed you all those platforms, you'd be like, damn, Charlotte did really listen to that almost 1,000 times. I did. I did. I feel like there's no way that you can get all of that in just one take, and that's not authentic, right? It's not authentic. So, I listen to it very, a lot. I really listen to it a lot. And I'm saying that to say that those are a lot of lyrics. There's a lot of space. There's a lot of information there. And if you listen to it one time, you're not going to grasp it all. You know what I'm saying? Even if you listen to one song, you're not going to grasp it all. Listen, I was talking to my sister, and I'm going to just share this with you. I really think we be time traveling, okay? Listen, we got the album July 2023. We got it July 2023. How long did it take Killer to make it? How intentional? Let's say it took a year. Let's say it took 2 years, right? Let's say 2 years. I don't know. Killer, I'm not even going to try to, anticipate or approximate what your creation process is. But what I'm saying is, let's say he started working on an album in 2021. So from 2021, that planning, that preparation, the writing of the lyrics, the way that the vocals, the way that the instruments were arranged, it was intentional 2 years ago. And so when I finally get it in July 2023 and it's still good to me, that music that's good years and years later and it still rings true. That's that. That's that. 100%. 100%. And again, going back to the frequency, you may not be here to receive it right now. Maybe when you listen to it next year, you'll be, you might be more open to receive. And that's okay. That's okay. Nobody's judging. I love Slumber Love. And you know what? While I'm talking about Slumber Love, listen, Killer Mike had some beautiful features on there. Beautiful features on the entire album. CeeLo, you had Jagged Edge, you got Future, Thugger, you got oh my God, the singers. You also, who am I trying to name? Goddamn Spitter. I was not ready. First of all, when I play the album, I just turned it on. I'm not looking at the credits. I'm not looking at anything else. I just hit play and I'm there. Going throughout the day, washing dishes, messing with my pots, messing with my plants, doing anything, just all engulfed in the music. I was so surprised. I'm gonna tell you that. I was so surprised to see Spinner on the album. Slumber Love was really good for me. It didn't resonate so much, but it didn't resonate so much that I know that experience, because I don't. But I know the experience of teenage infatuation. And y'all, I forgot about. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Andre 3000. Andre 3000 is on that bad boy, and it is awesome. Okay. After Slumber Love, you got Scientists and Engineers. That's one of my favorite songs. That's one of my favorite songs. That's Killer Mike and Andre 3000. If you have not heard it, you just need to hit the link in my description and listen to the entire album on repeat, like I did, so you can get what we got. All right. But if you have not heard that, it's a treat. Enrich is a treat. Scientists and Engineers is a hell of a treat. 2 days is great. Spaceship Views. Listen, you really just need the whole album. You need to just listen to it and just, partake of the blessings. Just go for it. One of these songs really, really, really hit home for me. And Something for Junkies. And I'm saying that because there are a lot of times that we overlook people without in our vicinity. A lot of times. A lot of times. And most of the that song really resonates with me is because I had a situation back in 2020 where, you know, uh, you know, I had a situation back in 2020 where, unbeknownst to me, I smoked a joint that was laced with angel dust. And for me, that entire experience was traumatic. Traumatic. And to hear Killer Mike talk about the experience of that happening to him as well, you know, you kind of I'm gonna say you are healed when you realize that it don't hurt no more. You heal from it. That's what I believe. I believe you are healed from a situation when it no longer triggers you. And for me, I can think back on that situation and even all of the trauma that it caused for my son, the trauma that it caused for myself, and then the process of the progress and the timing of the recalibration, right? The process of me getting back to great, and even not even get back to who I used to be. I am greater than I ever was before, right? Before 2020, before that incident, I didn't paint. But now I'm selling pieces all across the country. I'm doing something that's really not really being done, right? And I love it. I freaking love my life. I appreciate that I am able to live every day doing what I love and my work is easy. I appreciate that. I thank the universe for giving me that experience in order to be as great as I am today. Something for junkies really, really did it for me. I'm going to tell you. So after I downloaded Run, it was some months before I even learned that there was an album coming. And so before I heard the entire album, I was on YouTube and I happened to see Motherless. I saw the freaking video. I saw the video. And, when I started, I was great. Like, I had just meditated. Everything was good. When I saw that video, I'm crying. I'm crying real crocodile tears because here it is. This man is acknowledging his mother and his grandmothers and missing the relationships, missing the bonds, and missing those experiences in general. Here it is. He is missing that. And it's so easy for me. I'm going to just make it about me. It's so easy for me to cut people off and block people off and, distance myself from people just because I'm unhappy or just because I don't like something you said. And instead of me acknowledging where we can grow and make adjustments and communicate, I just cut you off. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth missing experiences and enjoying people, enjoying these relationships? Is that distance really worth it? Now, I'm not saying that if you are being abused or manipulated or harmed or whatever in any kind of way, don't distance yourself. No, I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is, as much intention as we put into cutting people off, why don't we put that intention sometimes into cultivating a good communication system, right? Finding a way to work together. And even if you cannot work together, let's say this person is just hard to love, right? Even if that person is just hard to love, if they don't change, regardless of whether they change, I can adjust. I can adjust. And so that's my due diligence. If it is for me to adjust, I adjust. If you run your mouth too much, I don't tell you shit. If you not wise and well with your money, I can't let you hold it. That's where I am, you know. And so, motherless really for me really really was one of my favorites. It is a reminder for me. Motherless serves me as a reminder to be kind to my mothers. So motherless really reminds me to be kind to my mothers. And I'm not just talking about my mother, right? I'm talking about, I have my grandmothers, my son and my nephews have their great grandmothers, right? And so it doesn't matter if they are biological or not. These women that are in our lives that serve as our mothers, right? We should always honor them. We should always give them, even elders, period, in general, but mothers a special place, because mothering is not just providing. It is about also nurturing. And that nurturing a lot of times is really what we miss um, the most. Yeah, man. This album really, really hit home for me in so many different ways. High and holy, hey man, that's where we try to stay. You know, I try to be there 7 days out the week. The food is good, the blessings are wonderful, the water is clean, everything is well. High and holy. And then those days that everything is not high and holy, everything's still good. Everything is still good. If you have not listened to the album, click the link in the description so that you can listen to it for yourself. And I pray, and I'm pretty sure you're going to get a really good vibe from it. I'm pretty sure if you are open to receive, you will receive what is good for you. You really will. This feels so good to do. I have been delaying this for quite some time, and I am honored. I am privileged. I am grateful for the experience. And so, y'all, I've decided that when I do these review videos, I want to gift the artist that I am reviewing. And it is all in respect. It is all in love. It is all in peace. And it is all in gratitude. And so I'm going to continue to do that. Stay tuned for just a second and you're going to see the flower planter that I gifted Killer Mike because of this album, because of his contribution to our community, especially here in Atlanta. And we love you, Killer. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all that you stand for. But listen, I forgot that part. If you like the content that you see here, if this music even resonates with you, let Killer know down in the comments. Let him know that we appreciate it. Let him know that you also agree. If you want me to review some music, listen, I might do it, just depending on who it is, just depending on the flow, just depending on the vibe. But guys, I appreciate you for being here. Much love, much peace. Do hit that subscribe button. Do hit the notifications bell so you know the next time that I drop a video. It's all love, y'all. It's all peace.